Already headed out to Walmart and got chemical for the day. Got about 6 gallons of sodium hypochlorite. So I think we have like a tote full. I don't know if you can see back there. Tote full of chemicals. About to head out to do this quote. I'll tell you how much I quote it for and if we got it or not. Let's go. What's up, goobers? We are about to start heading out to the first quote of the day. Looks like we got a house soft wash to quote on the schedule. Then we have a full house wash to actually do. That'll be almost a $100 job, and then we'll have one more quote to do. So I'll take y'all with me. All right, y'all, we are headed out to the first quote. Let me just tell you that owning your own business is probably one of the scariest and most exciting things you could possibly do. Because I mean, you know, 1 month you might make 10 grand in 1 month. I mean, the very first month I started in February, and in 8 days I had made over 3 grand, which was insane to me. So, but then there's other times where, you know, I went on vacation a month ago, and that entire month I only made 4 or 5 grand. So it really fluctuates, because, you know, one day you could have $1,000 day. Next 3 days you don't make anything. You don't even have any quotes. So it's really just being able to find consistent leads. I found that, at least where I'm at, Facebook ads, those tend to work pretty well. But yeah, some other areas I know I've worked in, it's just Facebook groups, like getting in the group, posting, you know, making content, whatever. Posting before and afters, that's really important. People don't just want to hear you talk about what you're doing, they want to see you doing it. Because seeing people are way more likely to call you. So that's what I'd say the key is for anybody out there wanting to start their own business, is show people what you do. Like, don't just tell them about what you'll do, make your property look good or whatever. Or, you know, if you're a lawn care guy, oh, you know, I'll make your grass look fantastic. And don't just tell them that. Show them the results. People love the results, and they just want to know what is the quickest way for them to get there. So that's what I'd say for any of y'all out there that want to start your own business. Another thing I'll say is start with what you got. I know everybody says it out there. It's cliche. You want to have the best equipment. I still don't even have the best equipment. I have a 7x8 16 trailer. About to get it wrapped, and I don't even have an 8 gallon per minute pressure washer yet. So, you know, it's just it takes time. I started out last summer, before I officially started my business. I was just doing, you know, neighbors and stuff with a 2.5 gallon per minute Honda, and I still got that. That's my backup pressure washer. It's still in the trailer back there. So, really, just being able to work with what you got, do the job, and do good work. Good work and knowing people will get you further than any machine ever will. Because you can have the best equipment in the world, but if you can't fill out your schedule, it doesn't mean anything. You know, I'm doing very well for myself, and I got a 4.8 gallon per minute pressure washer, and I'm still downstreaming almost everything and X-jetting. I have a Predator 1-inch trash pump that I'm going to use for a soft wash system, but that's just sitting at the house. I haven't used that yet. I haven't needed to. I've had no purpose for it. And, you know, hoses, hose reels, and especially proportioners. I mean, they're expensive, even if you build your own. I'm planning to build my own out of a PVC and some dials, and even that, it's gonna be like a couple $100, which I still think is kind of crazy, but you know, it's all right. But yeah, I would just say start with what you got and just do good work. It's really, I mean, there's not really much to the business I'm in, the pressure washing game, especially with flat work. I mean, it's just, you know, spray down your chemical, go slow, pressure wash it, spray it down afterwards. I mean, it's really, there's not that much to it. Lawn care guys, I know there's not much to that. It's just, cut and trim the grass. I know everybody, has their special thing, but at the end of the day, it's really not that hard. And even with like window cleaning, I know a lot of people do the, whatever the technique is that you're supposed to do. I still don't do that. I just go straight across, and it works just as well. I know people will, nearly fight with you about which one's better, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter as long as you get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So we are actually right here at this job. Built the job. Gonna clean this side. Easy $100. Just wait for the transformation to happen. Boom. Got done washing the siding. GT looks great. All right, y'all. We just finished up with that first job. Went by relatively quickly. Start to finish took me about 45 minutes from getting here to quoting to getting everything lined up. Couldn't find a water hose, and it was actually in the ground, not attached to the hatch, which I'm not used to. I know that's pretty common on some of these older-ish homes. But now we are off to the gas station, get some quick refreshments, if you will. And then be off to the bigger job, and after that we got the quote. So appreciate y'all sticking around with me. I know y'all saw that huge transformation. Like that was up there with my big transformations. That was pretty impressive. It was very dark on the side, and that was the only side she wanted because her landlord just wanted it cleaned. Got that done for her, in and out, bang bang, 45 minutes, $105. Really probably should have quoted that one a little bit higher, but since I was already out there for the quote anyways, I just went ahead and knocked some off work. So I was already out there. I didn't want to come back. It would have cost me more if I had quoted her, at 150, and she was like, oh, let me think about it or whatever. So I was like, I'd rather just do it right now, get it done, even if it's for less, just so I don't have to come all the way back. But yeah, easy $100. We're off to the gas station to grab some quick refreshments. I actually don't need gas, so that's the first. But we'll be at the gas station, then we'll be back in the car headed to the large job. It's full house wash and exterior window cleaning. That one should be a doozy. I also feel like really anybody can start a business like this. It really doesn't take very much skill. It's kind of just the will to do it, But yeah. Just realized I've been filming all these right side up. Should be flipping sideways. That was the smallest truck pulling a huge camper. It was a Chevy Colorado pulling one of the biggest hitch pull trailers or hitch pull RVs I've ever seen. Wow, so just realized that the front of the ladders, I have to use a ratchet strap to unlock the hose reel, because for some reason it's just messed up, and it'll always just, the pin will go in because I guess the spring's messed up. So I have to use a ratchet strap to keep the pin out, and turns out forgot to put the ratchet strap back on the ladder, so the ladder's being held down by one ratchet strap in the back. Again, not the end of the world, nothing fell off, thank goodness, but yeah, there's that. Gee, I hope these trucks got a capper! 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 Capper. There he is. Got him. It's okay, I wasn't speeding. But yeah, so almost through the gas station for the refreshments. I'll be off to the big job. I'll take y'all with me on that big job, show y'all around and everything. Should be a doozy. Loaded up on chemical, which is good. That one I used about half a gallon, so $3 in chemical. It's not bad. It's not bad for $100, so maybe let's say $10. Let's say $7 in gas. I don't think I use nearly that much. So $10 to do the job. Got that Jobberino done. Quick, easy, $95. This is probably like one of the nicest gas stations out here in Louisiana. Catch y'all with me inside. Y'all just got done soft washing the outside of this entire house, as well as the outside of all the windows. Money spread, money spread, money spread, money spread. 800 buckaroony patooties. Bangarino, straight into the Walleratino. Kind of short on cash right now, so this was good. Bang, 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 bang. I hope I pulled out the right way. I really got no idea. There we go. Let's see if I pulled out the right way. Let's go. Alright, y'all. He's got a nice lawn care setup. Doing a cowboy hat out here mowing. Quick, easy. It's about 2 o'clock. I don't even know what time we got there. Probably got there at 11. 3 hours for $800. It's pretty good. Yeah. The pressure washing jobs, they kind of, or the house washing jobs, you know, they're kind of not as frequent as I would like them to be. Like, I like my house, if I could get my house washing jobs up to like 50% of things I do, I'd be golden. Right now it's probably about 20. And, you know, just having the equipment, knowing what you're doing, it is one of the easiest, most profitable, fastest ways to make a bunch of money. Like, I mean, I literally just made $800 in 3 hours. So, what is that? 133, is that right? 133 an hour? No, 233 an hour. Yeah, $233 an hour. I mean, that's pretty good. Now, I can't, you know, do this for 8 hours a day, but it's not bad for a single day. Got 105 from the other lady. That means I'm at 905 on the day. Got 2 quotes to go give. Should be good. Possible piano, or it's an organ, I guess they call it. I have no idea what the difference is. That dude didn't wave back at me. What a goober. It's an organ. Looks like a piano, but it's like weird. It's weirdly shaped. I don't know. Some of y'all might know what that is. Quoted them. It's about 43 minutes away from me. Quoted them $275 to take it. Now, I only did that because there are dumpsters by our house that I can throw whatever I want into. So if I can get that freaking thing in the dumpster, I mean, it's gonna be several hundred pounds, but if I can get that thing in the dumpster and not pay anything for disposal fee, the disposal fee itself will be over $100 just because the weight of the thing. It's like, I looked it up online, they're like I estimated at 475 pounds. It's in between 400 and 550. So we might be cooked, because I'm gonna bring, if I do end up, you know, getting that one, I'm gonna bring the 5x8 open trailer that I used to run. That's what I'm using right now for all this sort of junk removal and stuff like that. Just because it's open, it's got a big gate, and it's easy, and I can dent it, and I don't give a crap about what happens to it. So that's what I've been doing. All right, y'all. Just sold. Easy. Moving 3 shrubs. Easy job moving 3 shrubs and picking up some mulch. $400. Got that one down on the schedule, baby. So let's see, we've sold $505 in jobs today. We've done 905 jobs. Got one in the future for that $400. You know, it's just easy. Just kidding. This is not easy. It's hard work. I'm sweating my balls off. Like literally, my shirt is drenched, like soaking wet. But sometimes the price you gotta pay. You know, I already drank 2 full Powerades. But you know, it's all right. I mean, $900. So we're good. Something just fell. I heard it smashed the trailer. Probably, you know, stick my noggin in there whenever I get a chance to. It's alright though. At least I didn't lose anything. Let me also just say something else. Starting your business, there's never going to be a perfect time. I know everybody says this, that there's never going to be a perfect time, but truly, there will not be a good time. If you think right now it's a bad time, right now it's probably the best time you're going to get. Because there's so many things that can go wrong, and so many things that can go right too. But there is never going to be the perfect time to start your business. You just got to start it. Whether that's, you know, finding time on the weekends, after school, after work, whatever it may be, just start your business. And, you know, once it overtakes your job or whatever else you're doing, just go all in. Go all in and just work hard. Because people don't want to work nowadays. They just don't. They want easy. They want to just clock in, aimlessly do whatever, clock out, go home, and you know, there is a mindset to it. Like if that's what you want, something easy, just to clock in, go to work, come home, you know, look forward to Fridays, as I like to call it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anybody doing that. But for those kind of like me, that's not what I wanted. I would rather make half as much and be outside working for myself. Because, you know, nobody told me what time to wake up this morning. Like, I woke up at 9 o'clock, which has been early for the last couple of days. So, you know, I had an alarm for 8. I just sat in bed, took my sweet time drinking my coffee in the morning, went out, gave a quote, $100, easy in my pocket, and then I went over to the other house, you know, and that's the freedom that I like personally, is that nobody tells me when to take a lunch break. As a matter of fact, it's 2:40 and I have not eaten lunch yet. I have not eaten a single thing today, but I love this. There's nothing I'd rather be doing than working for myself. Even though, you know, I'm out there, sometimes it sucks. Like, yeah, sometimes being in the blazing heat with no water sucks. There's gonna be times in business where it sucks. It is. But it's about how you respond and how much you really love it. Like, for me, starting this business, I really started it kind of underneath the table. During my summer before my junior year is when I really started, I guess. and it was just something I thought of to make some extra money. And I went into business with one of my buddies, and that didn't really work out, and he was kind of over and done with it about at the end of that summer. And I was like, no, like I have a vision, like I can see this going somewhere. So I just kept it going, kind of off and on, not really diving all the way in. And then what really dove me all in was Christmas lights. This last November, I guess, was the main month. I mean, if you find those rich neighborhoods, they want their house to look the best. They want quality, and that's what you really want. And you don't want to race to the bottom with any of this stuff, with pressure washing, lawn care. I keep saying lawn care, but that's really like the only one I can think of. A cleaning service for like inside your house. Any sort of home service business, you don't want to race to the bottom, because those guys that race to the bottom, they're out of work the next year. Like so many expenses to maintain in a business that you can't race to the bottom. And plus, I don't do that either. Sure, people might look at me being 18 and think, yeah, he's probably the cheapest guy in town. I'm not, but I also give the best quality. And some people might say that's not true, but I truly believe it is, and a lot of my customers do think that is. That's what I take pride on. And plus, I don't want to work with penny pinchers. I'd rather work with people who are like, okay, you gave me the quote, I think that's fair, let's move forward. I don't want to work with I got 16 other quotes, I'm just gonna pick the cheapest guy, because then you're just gonna get the cheapest work. And I don't do cheap work. I don't do free work. I don't do cheap work. So it's just about finding those quality clients. Being nice to everybody, respectful. No matter how old they are. I mean, I just got paid by the dude's kid. He's 20. I think he's a sophomore. He's 20, and I'm very respectful to him. I'm like, yes sir, whatever. I'm very respectful to him, and that's how you gotta treat everybody. Being respectful, being nice to people, really. Especially, I'm from the South. I'm in Louisiana right now. I lived in Texas for a long time. There's Southern hospitality. I know it's just a saying, but it's not just a saying too. Like, truly, that is. If you're disrespectful to people, they'll be respectful back. They'll be so nice. I mean, this last house I did, he's like, oh, he left, and he's like, oh, he texted me, I forgot to mention, there's drinks in the fridge, just help yourself. And he doesn't have to do that. Why? I'm providing a service for him. He's paying me. I should bring my own drinks, but he doesn't have to do that. It's just something nice he did. He's not expecting anything in return. I already quoted him for the job. I'm already getting paid for the job. He already knows what he's getting. So he's not getting anything in return from giving me a drink. It's just the nice thing to do. And those are the people that you want to deal with, not the penny pinchers. Because the penny pinchers, they wouldn't want to give you a $2 drink. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give you a $2, bottle of water or whatever it is. They're just not. So, obviously it's hard to get into the super big scene. I've done one really big house back in Texas. I had to get a buddy to rent. I rented his power washing trailer. Not a buddy. It was like a friend's dad's friend, and he owned like this really successful pressure washing business. Rented a trailer from him, an 8 gallon per minute. It was an 8 or 10 gallon per minute. Hot water unit, and did the driveway. It took me all day. Still, it was a huge job, just insane. And that's the biggest house I've done. That was like the second month I started. But it's not realistic to expect yourself to get all these super high-end customers. Expect to be kind of towards the lower end, but not penny pinchers. There's a difference between penny pinchers and lower end houses. Like this house I just did for $100, that was not the best house. Like this lady was not rich, but she wasn't a penny pincher. So there's definitely a difference. And you'll probably start out with a lot of those kind of customers. I did. I know whenever I was doing window cleaning, every job was between 180 and 220 bucks. Which, that's not a high ticket. So you're gonna have that whenever you're starting out. The trick is just do good work, build up your reviews, and then be able to show people, like show wealthier people if they ever ask for a quote. Hey, this is the work I've done. This is who I've done work for. These are the big houses I've done. I'm credible, I'm reputable, you can trust me. That's really what they want. It's not so much about who has the most reviews, it's about who they can trust the most. Now, reviews are a big part of that. Like, that is credibility, is how many reviews you have, if you're, rated 5 stars, that sort of thing. That is credibility. But, the other thing is being able to show people. Like, if I have 1,000 5-star reviews, I mean, not 1,000, 100 5-star reviews, but I don't have any pictures of, before and afters of what I look like, of my truck or anything like that, it's not gonna, people aren't gonna know that. And people are very personable also. You have to be personable whenever you're doing this sort of thing. They want to see your face. And it's no matter what they look like, they want to know who's coming to their house. They want to be able to look at you and immediately, in their mind, everybody does this. And they don't want to admit they do, but everybody does. If I look at somebody, a second later, I know, okay, I can probably trust this guy around my house, or I probably won't. Like, it's that quickly. Just looking at somebody, bang, I can tell what kind of person they are. Now, it's not always true, but that's how people, that's just what people do. And it's not gonna change, not anything like that. Oh my gosh, dude, it's a pink dump trailer. This is the littest thing I've ever seen. Bada bing, bada boom, 3:45 on the schedule for the 3rd. Right now it's the first 2 days out. We got $400 and $345 job. That's $745 of jobs we now have on the schedule. That's a banger. And it is 3:01 and I am done for the day. So that's a bang. Bang! Banger! Yeah, it's just what I do. So, made $905 today. $700 scheduled for Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm headed out to Monroe to give a couple quotes, possibly pick up that piano or whatever. So, should be a good day tomorrow too. Just got some quotes. Nothing on the schedule yet, but if I'm out there, I might as well do it. So, yeah, that's all we got. That's a banger, absolute banger. And it's really just it's a combination. Most of my clients have come from Facebook ads. I find, from my area at least, just boosting a post works a lot better than doing a standalone ad with forms and whatever. Because people, not gonna lie, people are very lazy. They don't like to do a lot. I don't blame them, So, but yeah, that's a banger. But I probably will take y'all with me to Monroe. We have about half an hour drive all the way out there. Yeah, I better go home, hit the showers, and then we will be done for the day. Just kind of relaxing, well, not really, just doing business stuff, on some online business stuff, emails, getting the quotes for the trailer wrapped, whatever else. Got a pretty banging design that I'll show y'all. It will be awesome. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed today's sort of day in the life, kind of just driving and talking, seeing a little bit of how I do what I do. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all either tomorrow or the next day. Appreciate y'all.